Alright guys, so last time we did anything with Panel Pro, we drew up our panel, which we're going to open here, and I called it Room 1, so I've opened it a few times, so it's kind of giving me some goofy errors. Anyway, um, this was the one we worked on, so we need this here in a few seconds, so we're going to minimize it. We'll minimize this. Now we're going to go into Tools. We're going to come down here to Tables. And what we want to do is we want to edit the turnouts. Now, I have a bunch in here. Actually, this one here doesn't exist. So what we're going to do is we're going to recreate that one that I just deleted. So what we do is we come down here to Add. Now, the reason it says internal is because there is no system actually hooked to this computer. If you watch my other videos, you'll realize that I'm on my upstairs computer and recording this. Anyway, you'd select NCE, but since there's nothing in here to select, or you detract whatever your system is, that's what you'd select. So now we just deleted 23, so we're going to put 23 in there. And then your username, you can give it pretty much whatever you want. Some people use T for turnout, some people use TO for turnout, but I like to keep it simple and T23 since I know it's hardware address 23. I mean, you could name it T24 and nobody'd know the difference, but like I said, I just like to keep it simple so I know what's going on. So we're going to hit OK, and as you see, it added T23. So this is everything you see here is already set up. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch over to my layout. And since this one's the easiest one to see, we're going to go here. Okay, normally there wouldn't be you wouldn't see this turnout or the turnout name or any of this stuff. It'd actually be gone. But what we're going to do is we're going to go and edit. Now this is where we actually put where we made the T23. If we wanted to change this to T23, we could put T23 and it would throw whatever's addressed to 23. Now we're not actually going to use the also throw turnout. We're going to be using that later with switches 20 and 21. We're actually going to throw a couple more switches. I may readdress this one to a different address, and these may be 23 and 24. Now, normally your continuing route would be closed. Now, say your continuing route was on the diverging path, then you click close and change it to thrown. But since we're not using that, you can also hide the turnout on the map, and then you still see the turnout, but you won't see the circle. And later on, we'll be working with blocks. I do have some stuff ready to do from blocks. I just need to get or find the rest of my BD20s. I did find my AIU1 AIU1 and have that ready to go. I will be doing a video kind of showing you what that is and how I set it up. So then we just hit done. Now, if we were downstairs and actually hooked, and I will actually do a demo of this downstairs on the touch screen. You click it, it goes to normal. Click it again, goes to diverging, normal, diverging. So yeah, it's pretty simple as far as getting all that done. And well, I hope this helps you. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put a question in the comment. I don't know everything about JMRI, but if I don't know the answer, I have a bunch of people that can find the answer for me or probably already know the answer. So I'll see you when I get another update done. Alright guys, so I'm not positive I've showed you these before,
If I did, I apologize that I'm doing it again. But anyway, this is an NCE BD20, which is a block detector. Pretty much, it's really simple to use. Unlike your normal block detectors, where you would connect your power from your track in and out at some point, and then your connection wires to out to your accessory that reads them. What this one does is, right here is a coil, and don't know if I can turn it towards the camera or not. Yeah, you can. So as you see, you can pass through. So you take a wire, you run it through, wrap it around, run it through one more time. And so now if the unit does fail, you don't lose power to your tracks. You just lose your connection to the block detector. But I've had very good luck with these. I've never had one fail. I have a Bachmann one that's is burnt up right now because I got a short in the track and it shorted the unit out. And I've also had the same thing happen with the Digitrax. So I decided I want to go with these. Now, these are really simple to use. Your two center screws right here are your connection back to the, I use an AIU1, which is another NC product that I'll show you later. Anyway, the two outside pins are if you want to hook an LED into it. It does require a separate, I believe, 5-volt power source to do it. And of course you got to have a resistor in line with the LED. I do not use those. All I use is the two center posts. Now, I don't remember exactly without flipping it over and looking at it, but I believe this is pin 1, pin 2, pin 3, pin 4. So as we talk about those, you'll understand what I'm saying. Anyway, pin 2 goes to, in this case, to the AIU1. And that'll go into any of the ports. And then where the green wire on pin 3 goes to a ground. Now, there's only actually 2 ground screws on each of the AIU1s. So I have to bring all 7 grounds together as a common ground. So you always use one as your third pin is always the common ground, and the second pin is always the connection. You want to keep these the same as you're going around through the BD20s. I was told that you can get a false signal, but they will work. I don't know. I keep them the same, so that way I don't have to worry about it. But that's pretty much it for BD20. I actually have one block detector already installed. And I'm going to install this one right here in a little bit. I can't really show it to you because I don't have enough light up underneath the table. But since I've got the wire right here, all you do when you install this is, I'm just going to do this kind of quickly here. You just take and run through that unit. I know it's hard to see with my hands in the way, but all you do is you run it back through a second time. I'm trying to get the BD20 in there. Okay, so you'd have a loop like that. Now say you got something small and it's not getting enough, not reading enough, you can actually loop this as many times. I believe it's up to 5 is what I've heard people doing. But I found one wrap gets me more than enough. Now I'm actually going to take this apart because I need to get this up underneath the table to do this. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Haven't really done nothing on the layout. Other than got bored and put this train together. But see you in a few minutes here with another update. Alright, in the previous update, I was telling you about the AIU1. Actually, it's AIU-1, or 01. But, anyway, what we got is These are to hook into your cab bus. So this runs off the cab bus with the 6-wire, what is an RG? I don't remember what the cable's called, but it's a mess here. It's this flat cable anyway, and that becomes part of the bus system. On my layout, there will be, trying to think how many. There'll probably be about 6 of these total. So pretty much, I haven't set this one up yet. I used it on my original layout and had very few problems with it. I did accidentally zap 2 of the connections, but other than that, everything works. But anyway, I don't have all the setup details, but I will do it when I do actually start hooking this up. I actually did find a light that I can go underneath the layout with, but right here is a bunch of dip switches, and if I remember correctly, you count in hexadecimal, and anyway, they go up by 8. So you got, I think, 0, 8, 16, and then so you end up with 200 with it addressed up to 256. But anyway, what we've got is this pin right here and this pin right here, the last one's closest to this end, are my grounds that I was talking about, and that's where I have to do a common ground. And then it starts over here is 1 through 7 and 8 through 14. So I can get 14 block detectors on there. I believe this room will have either 9 or 10 block detectors. I don't remember correctly what I counted. I've got a few on order and I'm waiting for the place to get more in so I can order more. But once we get this ready, what this is going to do is, obviously, like our train that's up here to the right of me that I showed you in the block detector video, that is actually sitting in a block with a block detector. If that block detector was hooked up here to pin 1 and had the ground hooked up, then LED, let's see, where is it? LED number 1 right there would light up. And these are all little surface mount LEDs here. Now, with this hooked into the bus, and then my serial port hooked into my computer, I can launch JMRI, and I can actually define on my map where the block is, and then be able to detect whether there's a train in each block. Which brings me to my next little point. And I will actually have a device that I'll show you later, but if you notice right here, there is a signal head. It's just a 3-light signal head, and there will be, I have to find them. I have some dwarf lights. There'll be one right here to tell you whether you're on the straight or the diverging. And then this one here will control this entire block going around over to the other switch, which once we get on the straightaway over there, we're going to be cutting the track and making a separate block over there. But so far, that's all there is to the block detection. So hopefully, I got to find the rest of my block detectors. Hopefully I can find, what do I need? One more for the circle, I believe. And if I can find that, we can get the train running around the entire circle, and we'll get JMRI set up. That'll probably be the next update you'll get, is JMRI set up and ready to go with block detection. So I will see you in a bit.
Alright guys, so I was upstairs looking at the IU. or AIU-01 PDF, and I thought I would show this to you. Let me see if I can find it here. The picture. Okay, here's our picture of the unit, and this is the dip switches. No, we only use up to 6. 7 and 8 don't actually do anything. So let's go back down to this little address table down here. Now, it suggests set them between 50 and 63. And since I'm going to have quite a few of these in the long run, I'm figuring I'm going to start at 50. So as you see, this is what I was talking about here with the switch values. This one's 1, and then 2, and then 4, 8, 16, 32. I guess I kind of made a mistake on how it did it, but it just doubles each time. So for 50, we need to be number 1 on, number 2 off, number 3 and 4 on, then 5 and 6 off. I have it set up as that, and now we're addressed to 50, and when we're ready to set up in JMRI, we will know this is set to 50, and I'll go down and I'll put a label on this so that we know that this is set to the address of 50. And I just wanted to do this quick just to show you this, how it works. And like I said before, you got your 2 grounds on each side, and then you got your 7 pins here and 7 pins here that you can use, and you got your LED indicators for each one. So hopefully we can get this set up, and we should. I'll see what I can do about getting underneath the table and showing you what's going on, and show you that we're actually reading a signal when there's a train on the track.